is kind of back where we just came from, so we're gonna move that way and see what we can do. I'm gonna sit at this tree right here.
Just back against the tree.
Yeah, but don't go all the way up because that's a long shot. Alright, you guys, so we have at least 2 that are gobbling around us. I got Elliott set up over here, and then I got the decoys out in front of me, but I'm going to start calling and hopefully he'll come in. So, truck's straight behind us, maybe, I don't know, a quarter mile. We came all the way to the edge here on this canyon. We waited for probably 15 minutes or so, and we worked down this ridge to the right, and then kind of looped down. And we heard a gobble the minute we got there, which I was kind of wanting to stay in this ravine in case we heard a gobble this way, so we could kind of make a play this way. So we double backed, came back, got down in this ravine, popped out the decoys. I set them up. Elliott got on the side, and I was calling them. It took, I don't know, probably 10-15 minutes. And they were just gobbling. They were still up at the roost. And the minute they jumped down, they worked up the hill and then came straight at us. One, you could hear he was strutting back there. Did you hear what? Yeah. It was that way, right? So you just heard another gobble. We'll probably chase that one now. But he was down, came straight down toward us. And I was calling, I had the decoys set out, and he just never saw the decoys, or he would have come in. But it was a little Jake, probably with like a 6-inch beard. He came in kind of yelping, and I didn't want to yelp too loud because I was still behind the decoys. And right toward the end, I would have got his attention, but Elliott shot because he kind of started to turn away and leave, and just missed. He shot twice and never seemed like he was super spooked. So but we'll get back at it. We just heard that other gobble, so we'll work the side of this ridge and start heading that way and see if we can get one. Okay, you guys, so I have the decoys set out here in front, and I had Elliott about 20 to 30 yards to the left, just kind of along the tree line. We were hoping that they'd come down this easy hill that we were on, because there was kind of a drop off in front of us. So the turkeys that we heard when we initially sat down were further in the back, and we heard one gobble, and that was it. So we're just going to kind of try to call them in silent. So we got all set up, and I started calling, and I actually started hearing hens down in the canyon to our right, probably 100 yards away, maybe even closer. So I got up, got the decoys, moved Elliott, and set him kind of over where the decoys are. You can tell I was having trouble getting the decoys in because of all the rock that was on this hillside. And anyway, we got set up, and just like I said, we're just trying to get them in silent. I was calling real quiet, just a couple chirps here and there. And yeah, this is how it played out. Now I'm going to have to turn the camera this way. I didn't even see the hen until she crossed. I saw her right here. I didn't see her, so the only thing I got on camera was him.
Did you get him though?
Huh?
Did you get him?
Yeah. I had like a perfect opening from where I was. See how that is. Pounder. 21. Alright guys, so we got up at 5 this morning, I guess 4:45. Had a little bite to eat, had a Pop-Tart. So we worked up the ridge. We waited, I don't know, probably an hour. Didn't hear anything. I called. Didn't get any responses. So we decided, instead of turning back and trying to hunt a little bit different area, we came up, kind of followed the original game plan. And probably about an hour after that, once we got up here, I called and had a response, and he was far. We probably fast walked and jogged at some points for at least a half, 3/4 mile. Made a ton of noise, and when we got up here, we started calling and didn't hear anything. So we were kind of afraid, or at least I was, that we kind of spooked him out, making a bunch of noise. But decided to, just set up the decoys and hope that they come in silently. And we called. We kept hearing gobbles further up this canyon behind us. And then they kind of shut up there, and I was, still calling, and I heard hens down this way. So I got up, moved the decoys, and had Elliott move from where he was back over here, kind of closer to the decoys, hoping that they would, come right at him. Well, then we finished all that. Elliott got set up, and I started calling a little bit, and then we started hearing hens back this way. And so then Elliott I'm sure he's like, "What the heck, man?" But we set up and just kept calling, and the hen kept responding. And so we were just hoping that there was, a Tom or a Jake with them. And sure enough, the head, I didn't see her until way later, but Elliott had a different angle when he could see her, coming through. And she worked around, got up by the decoys. And I guess they didn't ever see him. And I tried to set him up in the sun, because last time, or yesterday, whenever Elliott had him, they never saw the decoys. But I guess when the hen saw the decoys, she stopped and was looking at the decoys. And at that point, I saw the Jake come running through, and I barely had enough time to turn the camera, and almost forgot that I was filming, and was able to turn it, take the safety off, and boom, right as his head came through the opening, and dropped him. I guess Elliott needed him to take 2 more steps, and he would have had a shot too. But so far, day 2 hasn't been too bad. It's been a little bit more quiet than yesterday, but we went down a couple more canyons and didn't ever hear anything. So that pretty much wraps up the trip. But man, they're in some, nasty country. We're having to hike up, probably 200-300 foot of elevation to get up out of this canyon. And yeah, had a fun hunt, and hope you guys liked the video. If you did, hit that like button and then subscribe to keep up with us. We'll see you next time.
See you guys.
The look of defeat.